Hey guys, what's up? My name is Seth from AFilmClan, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how I wrote my script. For the first thing, what you want to do is you want to grab a notebook, a blank sheet of paper, just a regular pencil, and just begin writing down what you already have. I have right here in front of me my notebook, and if I can show you guys right, basically what I did was I just wrote up at the top there, script one. I did a little bit of formatting, did scene headings to make sure that everything was good. It's pretty darn simple. And then the second thing that I did, which I think was pretty interesting, is I actually went on the computer and used Word in order to make it work properly. So I could actually get a nice finish format right here that you guys can see and you guys can read. When I was doing this, I wanted to go and I wanted to make it fairly simple. I didn't have a lot of dialogue in there, although you guys probably may have the dialogue for stuff like this, but I believe it's a fairly simple thing. If you already written or had written out your story and everything, this is basically just taking it a step further and elaborating it on it and stuff. So let me go ahead and show you what you need to do in order to make that work properly. So right here you guys see that I have my paper in front of me. This is basically just the first page to the script. Nothing really elaborate or bold or anything. Obviously I have a title at the top, but one thing that's important when you're writing your script is to have these scene headings, and a lot of you guys may not know about the formatting for these, but it's fairly simple. Generally, the scene heading is what's going to help to break down it later on. So if you know that there's going to be a certain amount of time that's going to pass or something like that, you can do that. Right here, you see there's an EXT, which means it's going to be outside. That stands for exterior. If you're inside of a house, you would write INT. I have after it a pig straw house, and then I have the time of day / weather right there. And it's very simple. You want to do it kind of in short bursts, basically just describing what's going to happen. For me, I didn't have any dialogue in it, so it didn't really matter all that much. But you see it says here, pig rests on beach chair with the magazine. Wolf rounds the corner and notices pig. So it's very simple, very, very easy. If you were to write dialogue, let me grab a blank sheet. What you would want to do is you would want to write, for example, let's say pig is going to say something. You're going to have pig at the top here, and he's going to be saying something. Let's say he's yelling at wolf because wolf broke his house. I would try to convey the emotion of it in parentheses. So I'll do parenthesis angrily and then close parenthesis, and that basically you would do that. This is the formatting for if you were to write dialogue. You normally put a space and then you write his dialogue. And there you go. So it's very simple. Here's a little bit closer. But basically, you have the name of the person up top. Then you have in parentheses. You don't have to have the parenthesis part. You convey either the emotion or the way that they're going to be saying it. Like they could say it sarcastically. Get away from my house before I hurt you. Kind of something like that. And then you just have your dialogue in there. Normally, you want to note that there's going to be some amount of a margin here, so you want to try to keep it sort of in the center of the page. And the reason why is because normally you have your scene heading kind of like right here, or you would have like a scene heading like that. Sometimes, if I don't have a lot of space on my page, I'll start out with putting a little bit like here for a paragraph, and then I'll go back to this line. So I'll just write a bunch of stuff here, and then I'll go back and I'll start writing here, kind of like you would normally for a regular. Generally with the dialogue, you want to keep it in the center. So that's the simple part. The next part, we're going to jump on the computer. I'm going to show you how I wrote it up all nice and clean, and a quick way you could do it yourself. Alright, so basically all you're going to need is you're going to need Word for this one right here. This is a very simple and very easy sort of way to do it. You could probably already notice it from right here, but I have a Screenplay thing. And what I did is I simply opened up Word. Now this is Word 2016, and I believe most of you guys are your students or have a computer. You can usually go to a library and find this. The easiest way to do a template or to get the formatting correct for a script, you just type up here, you type in script, and I click enter, and it's searching from thousands of one. And I already have it right here. It's called Screenplay, and that's basically the one that you're going to need. And you just click create, and it already starts you out with a lot of formatting, which is really cool. It has a bunch of dialogue and descriptions and stuff, and it's very simple to do. The title's pretty easy to do. You can call it a war with pig or something like that. I don't know. And then your name can be, you know, I could be Seth. I can write in my street address here, 123. I can write in, you know, the town, the email, all that good stuff. Fade in and all this good stuff. And but the cool thing about this is that it has all the formatting that you're gonna need right here. But it has everything that you need right here, which is perfect. The dialogue box right there, the character name. It's really cool to use. But as you can see right here, they have all the formatting already set up so that it correctly puts in all the margins and everything. You can make it so it's very easy to use. So after you run out of all these space, instead of copying and pasting, I can, you know, add another dialogue, character's name, I can write in pig, and I can do dialogue. Sometimes it'll automatically go to it. But this is the easiest way to do this. The templates are already in here. This is how I wrote it. And let me actually just bring up. And so here it is. Here's my script. And as you can see, I have my scene heading and all this stuff. And I have, you know, basically the script that I showed you there. It's a very simple, very short script. I didn't have to do a whole lot with it because it was, you know, this simple. But I really enjoyed the process of making this actually, and it was a lot of fun doing it. But making a script isn't that hard. You know, you just have to remember a couple of key things. You're not trying to write a book, so don't worry about that. For the description, you want to just do simple motions. You know, pig rests on beach, chair, magazine in hand. Wolf rounds the corner and notices pig. He looks at the straw house and back to the resting pig and chuckles. Wolf sneaks around the house and kicks a few support beams and the house falls on pig. Very simple. You know, just a simple description. Times the description could be, you know, pig walks across the room, and you'll get a lot of your information out of the dialogue. So just a couple of cool things to, you know, consider and think about. But in our next tutorial, I will talk to you guys about how to do a shot list, which is fairly cool. I'm going to be taking a break over this weekend because I have a lot of work. A couple of family members are coming over. I want to hang out with them. Sunday I might do something just to get back into it. I have a little bit more free time that day. But I'll see you guys then. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I am very much enjoying it right now. And I can't wait to see you guys then.